Now it's on. There it is. The recording is on. Okay. So, let me just do a quick recap of what happened last session, even if it wasn't much. But your safe house was attacked. Chelsea learned that her mother was in Japan, and you realize that, hey, if the Fey Nostra can find your safe house, you're maybe not so safe in Seattle. So you contacted your Johnson, your Mr. Johnson, your fixer. I mean, more or less the same thing, really, at this point. But yeah, and he told you he had the nice safe house ready for you in Neo Tokyo. And I think that's where we left off. I am pretty sure, like, I'm gonna give you like. You have 1 week to prepare for the trip. Oh, by the way, hold on. Did you all like? I think did you pay for the trip? Like, I think there was still a need for like 10k nuions.
Yeah,
I already paid mine.
Yeah, you paid yours. The director paid.
I paid mine.
Yeah, I paid 10k.
I think I'd need to then.
Yeah, I think that's like you were the only one still left. Okay, so you have 1 week. Mr. Jefferson told you that you also had limited space to transport stuff, namely the size of 1 container, like your usual container. So it can probably hold a van, if need be, and a bunch of other stuff.
What's our usual container? Like a shipping container?
Yeah, a shipping container. So, I mean, usually, like, everything that's, like, guns and stuff like that, you will be able to put in there, like, without much trouble. But, do know that in Neo Tokyo, and more specifically in Japan, they have way more strict gun laws. To the point where, like, it's mostly blades used in Neo Tokyo.
Weebs.
Yeah. Go on, sorry. I didn't want to interrupt.
If we need to make, then I could leave the Puma behind. The Lynx, sorry, because that's not really seen much action. And I've already got guns and stuff on my car, and I'll still be taking my Doberman along. That way we could fit more space into the van. If we guys,
Maybe we should, because
I mean,
Like-
what else are we gonna drive?
stuff lying around, you know?
yeah.
I could. I can probably tell you that. I mean, there's nothing against armor on cars as far as Japan is concerned. It's just mostly firearms. So you could probably detach whatever it is you have on your van, if you really needed to put it on at a later date. Maybe in Neo Tokyo, maybe not.
I'll just stick a bayonet on my Alpha and tell him it's a katana.
I already have a knife, it's fine.
I'll tuck my I'll remove my my guns from my van. I'll leave the Lynx at home, or like if I can leave it with Mr. Jefferson. I'd like this back after we're done, please.
Okay, I'm large, so that would be a lynx. I'm just having trouble picturing the lynx. I think it's like more or less the size of a big dog.
It's like yeah.
Okay,
They're
yeah,
pretty
so
big.
yeah, that's pretty big.
Well, it's a medium-sized drone.
No,
so
no,
it's not
Lynx-
like-
Oh, it's a large one. It's actually
Wait,
the large
really?
one.
The Doberman is the medium size.
Oh, so
Oh,
this one would
okay.
be even bigger. Probably the size of like a really big dog.
It's probably a motorbike, to be honest.
Yeah,
It's
that's
probably-
more or less like the size of a motorbike. You also could have like some place to stash in like maybe 1 or 2 bikes, by the way, for the trip.
Alrighty.
Well,
Oh, sorry.
What about the helicopter?
I'm not quite sure we could take that with us.
Nah.
I mean, you could have it follow you on autopilot, but I
That
don't
would
think it would
be-
have
that
like
would
the
be too much.
fuel to go in the,
Well,
until
it-
Japan.
We could probably get a modification on it to give it the fuel.
I
Not
think-
on my money.
Yeah. I don't know if grid link would work for a helicopter.
I think it should be. Hold on. Do you have your chummer open? Mignon. See if it's available for it. I doubt it's available, but
The available, it usually pops up because of the way that it just applies
Yeah.
vehicle mods.
oh yeah, right.
Chummer isn't always right, but I don't think there's anything that would exclude.
Yeah,
aircraft
no, yeah. I don't
Grid link.
think.
'Cause I mean, I would suppose they would probably use it for commercial aircraft.
That is true. By the way, if you do want to do like maybe some knowledge checks that could help you or contact someone to know more about Neo Tokyo and stuff, because I assume like most of you don't really know Neo Tokyo in characters.
Ooh,
Maybe
Not anymore.
Cheshire, like yeah, but you were
Not
5
anymore.
years
I haven't
old.
been there in years.
Yeah, you were 5 when you went out of Neo Tokyo, so that's probably a bit.
Mm-hmm.
You'd need a really good memory check to remember anything, and even then, that would be stuff that only a 5-year-old would know.
Mm-hmm. And who knows? A lot changed in so many years.
Yeah. I don't know, with how old your character is, a lot's changed. Like, it's barely been over 10 years.
I mean, I only know where I'm supposed to go, which is where where the accident happened.
I
Yeah.
shall roll I hate I'm getting so much use out of this. And I'm going to roll my administration.
Sure.
dice.
That is definitely something, and you can add like the +2 for corporate if you want.
I happen to know a lot about the corporations around there. Do I?
So that is
A
3
3?
successes. That's okay. Hold on. Yeah. So you do know a bunch of corporations that are like prominent in Neo Tokyo. In fact, there's 3 of the AAA mega corporations that are based in Japan. Not necessarily in Neo Tokyo, but you have Renraku, which is I mean, it is another like. It is known for the Red Samurai high threat response team, which is feared, not respected.
Very dangerous. These folks very dangerous.
Then you have hold on, let me just. I think it's Mitish. Something about computers. There's Mitinushuna Computers Inc. Hold on.
Mhm.
Shadowrun. And then you have Chiawase, which is also a corporation that's pretty well established in Japan. Most notably being known for having a family type corporate environment, which is basically you live in the corporate and you die in the corporate. You marry in the corporate. It's very strict. It's like workaholism taken to the max.
honestly, they were trying to ship that over to here as well, but it didn't go down too well.
No, are you talking about this?
Yes, yeah, talking about the
No,
this.
that's another corporation. This one is more like based in China, which is hold on, Shadowrun. Let me just get a Big Ten. I think it was Wuxing. So hold on. My pronunciation of the Big Tens will be really rusty, but hold on, there it is.
I won't be able to tell the difference. So
Yeah, Japan is like really overly represented in the corporate court.
Yeah, it's it's like the corporate country. I mean, no, it's not even a country; it's an imperial state. But you get my meaning.
Yeah.
It also has maybe that's like a cool info to drop in as well. The Emperor is known for being actually a bit nicer to meta-humans as of recently. I mean, he never was personally against them, but like he made stuff for meta-humans nicer.
Yeah.
In Japan.
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look at chess, and I'm gonna look at. Scythe, and I'm just gonna. They're really not a big fan of meta-humans out there. I'm not talking, race riots and discrimination like that, but you might not be let in some shops.
Well, that's good to know.
Yes, that is actually a thing, by the way. Like some shops are literally not like they just don't allow meta-humans in some of them, which is pretty ironic considering the fact that most of those shops are probably automated by robots.
Sometimes
yeah.
the automated sensors go off for ugly people, thinking that they are some kind of. It's rather distressing.
It's also like, I mean, elves and dwarves are like, okay, it passes, but orcs and trolls, now, as long as you don't make wave, which is basically don't look at anyone in the streets, you'll be fine.
I might have some difficulty with my daughter. She looks kind of awkward and guilty. Who you're probably going to be meeting soon. So, be nice. Don't tease it. And he looks directly at Chess when he says that.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on, let me just get something in here to see. God damn it. Tabletop sim, stop lagging. There you go. What you'll be taking with you. Guns and armor. Those are, by the way, smuggled with you. Like, as long as you don't show them to people around, you can keep your guns.
Fair enough.
Yeah, basically you can have them safe in your safe house, but be sure when you want to take them out, because it'll attract some attention.
Fair enough.
Okay, so I do have the name. It's Mitsushuhama Computer Technologies, the one that I had trouble with. The other one is Renraku Computer Systems, which, I mean, pretty obvious what they do. And the Shawase Corporation, which is mostly known for energy production, biotech, and environmental procedures.
These are the three people we don't want to fuck off in our time in Japan. Anyone else we can run away from. These three people, no. I don't think that's the paranoia that wouldn't deeply set in. Shall we leave?
Any of you wants to do another knowledge check or contact someone? Which, by the way, if you want to bank on favors, now is the time. Because most of your contacts will be a bit useless. I mean, you can still call them for info and stuff, but they probably won't be able to do legwork for you.
I
don't
got
really-
nothing.
Yeah, I don't really have any contacts.
Scythe, do you maybe happen to know of someone that could help you? Or even like Saga?
Well, I mean, Scythe knows his weapons dealer is Japanese,
Ooh.
but I don't know. I did not make up a story for him, so
I mean, as long as he's Japanese, I'll allow it. You can definitely
Okay.
call him. I don't think he'll be like much of an issue.
okay.
So, I mean, will ask something of you though. I'm assuming he's based in Seattle,
Mm-hmm.
and he comes from Japan, right?
Right. Yes.
Okay. Well, you call him, I assume. So,
Yes.
Uh,
What am I asking about?
what are you asking about now? That's a good question. What do you want
I mean-
to ask about?
I mean, what are we? What are we trying to find out?
It might be an idea to learn, because he's a weapon dealer, right? Does he
Yes.
know anyone in Japan who might be able to deal us some weapons?
Okay, I will ask him. Do you? Hey, I'm moving to Japan for a little while. I was wondering if you know anyone who from whom we could get some weapons.
He takes a while to respond before going, yeah, I know a few people. I know a
Excellent.
few. What are you looking for exactly?
Any, I suppose. Anybody have preferences?
Just tell him just the essentials.
High explosives.
I guess we're on the looking just about anything. The wider the variety, the better.
Yeah, sure. And he hangs up before sending you a list of people by message, which, hold on. I can even just use one of the note cards. Don't need to use two of them. There you go. He sends you the coordinates for a blade dealer, model, big air quotes, gun setter, and an exotic setter, which, I mean, exotic can mean pretty much anything, but that's the stuff he gave you.
I assume at least two of these are potentially black market.
Yeah, the blade seller is the blade dealer is, as far as you know, probably legal because you know everyone is wearing blades anyway in Japan. Might as well go legal, but the model gun seller probably uses a front since he's pretending to sell model guns.
Mm-hmm.
And the exotic seller is definitely black market. He gives you a bunch of locations, by the way, to see them in person.
Of think one. I will send him a thank you message in return.
And he sends you no problem. It's not like I don't get anything out of this anyway. With a very very cryptic message.
You just show up to one of these and it's him. It's like,
it's
the twin brother.
it's just the same person 3 times.
oh no, it's
Yeah.
it's the cyberpunk cut my own throat dibbler.
No, jeez.
Yeah. Anyone else we could contact or?
I don't think so.
I mean, as long as you get creative, I can allow basically anyone. Don't need to be related to Japan. It just can be related to the line of work, if that makes sense.
Chess. Your mum's out there, right? Did you actually tell us your mum's out there?
I don't think I did.
Oh, okay.
I like to keep things personal.
Would Saga know? Because I think he was at the meeting with you, but myself and Scythe weren't.
Well, maybe I could contact her. Maybe not. I'd rather not bother her.
I didn't want to say stuff that my character wouldn't know, so I was just checking there.
There.
Let's see.
Would our hacker friend know?
Maybe. I mean, that would be the only exception about contacts not being useful, because, I mean, it's a hacker. They don't need to be there to be useful.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they might know a few things. Maybe a map, even. They might even have a map.
The map could be useful.
I've got no way of contacting this person, unfortunately.
Yeah, I should, by the way, probably tell you. I should give you the stats for her or him, because I was supposed to give them to you a while ago.
No. Yeah, I think the cat's out of the bag with that one, by the way. But yeah.
I mean, are you talking about a map of Tokyo or Hong Kong, wherever we are?
You're going to Tokyo, so it's probably best if you have a map of Neo Tokyo. Yeah.
I mean, I just figured a map of the city would probably be on
useful.
a public network for everyone to access.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know if it's a detailed one. It'll probably be a tourist map. Yeah.
We need all the black market dealers, etc.
And runner hangouts kind of thing. So you can pick up a
So I mean, if you want to contact her, yeah, now's your chance.
Well, let's contact them then.
Yeah. Okay, so you're gonna do it?
I might as well.
Okie doke.
Okay.
So,
don't forget they only respond to text messages. Very important.
Dear Jesus, why me? No. Went to effect.
Isn't it always the same with you young people? Always on the text messaging?
I can't. Magic doesn't for adept people.
If you say so.
It's basically a 50-50 shot if I actually send a text message or my comic just explodes on me.
Yeah, that's...
I think you have to roll, though. And then...
Yeah, I can't remember what you need to roll for that.
If you give me her details, I'll type it in for you and you can do the speaking.
reduce the number of rolled ones necessary to get a glitch by 1.
Okay, so whatever they use, that would probably be. You could probably roll a social check, and that would reduce. Since you will be using.
What's
a
my
text.
social check?
It's all of those. If you want to deal with that person, just tell me the one that you feel is the most appropriate.
Instruction sounds possibly fine.
Instructions is more about teaching people stuff, like how to use a gun.
Negotiation.
Yeah, negotiation is the one I was thinking
Yeah,
about. But
let's go with that one.
okay, then you can roll 10 dice.
Oof.
Oh, that's a pretty good one. And you don't even roll to glitch. You don't even glitch. So yeah,
Nice.
they do give you a map after you send the message. Which, by the way, what does your message contain?
We need a map of everything possible in Neo Tokyo. So yeah, don't worry about it. Don't even question.
Okay, hold on. Let me just put that out of the way. Here. Let me just. There you go. It's a pretty big map. I'm not even sure it's fully it's scaled up enough. I am glad I managed to have this one before. There you go.
I think there's something under it.
There's
There probably
lots
is.
of stuff under it.
Hold on. If you can move it while I hold. See, it's just like a real table. Oh, there's something over here, which is this. And there you go. I think it's fine now. Let me just lock it into position. There you go. So,
Oh, this is very useful. We got the embassy phone numbers down the side.
which, by the way, you do have the map, but you also have more information about where exactly is your hangout, your safe
And where
house.
is it?
It is. I mean, they did give you the Mr. Jefferson gave you a location, but didn't give you explicit instructions.
Details.
Yeah, so you do know that it's somewhere around, let me just say here-ish. Here, yeah. Which is pretty weird, because you're pretty sure this is a subway line. And something that you do know about that new safe house is that, well, Neo Tokyo had its share of earthquakes. And that basically
so it's an abandoned subway.
Yeah, it's an abandoned subway because they rebuilt every subway stuff above ground. So yeah,
Alright.
It is a subway station, maybe train. You don't know, but it is underground.
All right.
And you also the hacker also gave you a bunch of nice destinations for social air quotes hangouts all around the place.
All right. Nice.
You can already tell that a couple of them are karaoke's and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. There was one here, there was one over there, and there was one over there. So yeah, what else could you know? Because that feels a bit weak with the number of successes you got. What else? What kind of information you would want to know about Neo Tokyo, about the location?
I mean, I don't know where we're gonna get our broker information. Like, I know we're just gonna be staying there for a while, but knowing our luck, someone's probably waiting for us over there.
Probably find a local fixer.
Yeah.
Have something to do.
Well, I'm pretty sure that would be
manufactured.
covered in at least one of those spots.
Yeah,
Mhm.
here's where we'd find a fixer, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's where you would find people that would be very likely to be fixers.
Is there anywhere that is, say, dangerous?
I'm pretty sure this whole area is, because it's more or less, I think it's a temple. Like, it's not a temple, it's like
Well, I think he means more. Do you mean more like barons dangerous?
no,
Or-
there's not exactly barons in Tokyo. Actually, the number of sinless is surprisingly low. I think it's 2 to 3% of the population, which is not a lot.
Hmm.
I mean, at least I think compared to Seattle. Let me just check in Seattle. But I do know that I think it's 4%, maybe 2 to 4%. Sinless. It doesn't have a sinless number, but it does have a below poverty level percentage, which is of 32. And I can already tell you that in Neo Tokyo, that number is way lower. Mostly because, sink or swim. That's the corporate motto of Japan.
All right.
I do have a question for all of us here. Does anyone know how to actually speak Japanese?
Everyone looks at me.
Yeah.
Shire has bilingual, and I purchased a few ranks. So I figured going to Japan, it was a good idea.
Good.
And I came from that. Want to come here?
Yeah,
Alright.
I kind of figured on Japanese given Cheshire's.
Hold on. Do you actually have
Disposition.
Japanese? I think it would be knowledge, skill, language.
Yeah,
There it is.
She has it as a bilingual.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, so that means you speak Japanese. I saw that you had 0 ranks in it.
I just automatically can.
Yeah, you automatically can. That's... which I should probably, by the way, open your PDF, Saga, since I don't have it.
Very useful situation to be in, indeed.
Player
I
characters.
don't even want to come.
Come on, Wilco. Disneyland.
Your spirits,
Fuck off.
your mental spirit told you. Which, yeah, by the way...
I'm not doing this for you, Fox. Tragic backstory, I guess.
So that's a now to Disneyland.
There is a Disneyland.
I'll go
Maybe.
Good. And I promise the kids. I have to go to Disney.
Mm.
It'll be great. I'll meet your fixer there. I'll get hired by Disney.
I don't think you want to go hired with. I just heard they just take over the world recently.
It's perfect people for me to get paid.
Runners for Disney.
Megacorp number 11, Disney.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
obviously.
trying to remember. Someone in my other group actually went back to the early editions to check who bought Disney, but I don't remember.
And
I'm pretty sure if one corporation would, it would probably be Horizon. Considering that they are like,
We thought it might have been Ares, but I think it was because Ares is like the American core, so
Yeah.
we thought that might make sense. But I remember it wasn't.
it's probably, I do think it's probably Horizon.
Yeah, it's Horizon.
Oh, did you just look that up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, now we know. I had a gut feeling it would be them.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot that one of you has passed in Horizon.
Oh, okay, so I might have been fired by Horizon. Small error. couple of children died, got fired. Not good with them anymore. But I'm gonna be there because Disneyland. I promised them. I'll do anything for my kids.
Okay. Anything else that you want to take care of before going?
Not that I can think of.
You did have a few questions maybe left about the location. Maybe you would want to know, that's just a suggestion, place where there's probably Yakuzas or Triads.
Yeah.
Like, basic territory and stuff.
What do you switch to like a pencil? I've been trying to do that.
Just there it is. Would that be? Yeah, that would be probably enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's pretty big. I'll. This would. Is this? Yeah, that's the smallest it can be. There you go. Now this is. Damn it! Why is my? There it is. This is probably. Hold on. Like, you can assume everything in those areas probably has a bunch of triads. Red Sun, if I'm not mistaken. And, I mean, basically everywhere else is probably Yakuzas. Which you may want to know the name of. The most prominent clan in Neo-Tokyo, Yakuza-wise, is called the Fei Clan.
Oh.
Which I'm pretty sure me and you realized that
I'm using. Yeah.
this is in the all above the kill list. You have the Japanese leader of the Fey Nostra, which is called Shenfei.
So, we're not exactly running away from the gang that's trying to kill us. More running to one of their hometowns.
Well, the thing is, it calls itself the Fey Clan, and not the Fey Nostra, which is pretty weird, all things considered. It might just be a coincidence, like the family name. Or it might not.
Aren't the Antonio Nostra just like the Italian mafia or something?
Yeah, the basic of their criminal organization is that it's a bunch of Yakuzas and a bunch of Italian mafias that reunited. Yeah.
Mm.
I've heard Tahiti's wonderful this time of year. How about we go to Tahiti?
Well, if your fixer thought there would be a problem, he would probably have told you. Like, this can just not have slipped under his radar, knowing him.
Or he wants to get rid of us.
Possibly.
I have a feeling we're going to be fixing some problems for him while I'm here. Up here, down here, where is Japan?
I'm, by the way, just adding a bunch of point of interests around the globe, the map. Probably one of them here. Yeah, that's a bunch of just.
Well, that's not very far from Canada. Left a dot there, right next to Canada.
It's called Canada.
No, it's near the post office, Iraq, and Central African
And
Republic.
near the expressway of Hiberia Expressway, apparently there's a thing near it. It's called China,
Oh, these might be
Madagascar,
the-
Norway.
Yeah, there's Russia over here, Austria, Singapore. Wait, where's ours? Where the hell is ours? Just in case, in case.
Our the American Embassy.
Yes. I'm fine going to. Oh, it's the American. We have a compound.
But our compound is like in
Well,
no. I mean here. See,
oh
American.
well, I
Embassy
mean,
compound.
it really depend on if they had a run. So now we'd have the UCAS embassy
fair enough.
and all the
Yeah,
Native
there's the-
American embassies.
Next to the American Embassy compound, we are Nicaragua. I don't know why it's there and why it's tiny, but it's right next to us.
Oh, Cheshire.
Hmm.
I just realized you also have an underworld knowledge check.
Yeah, I do.
If you ever want to roll it to get maybe some more information about this whole ordeal in Japan.
I'll try. Amber taught me some.
Hello?
Political type of mage.
I'm sorry, I keep cutting off. My internet just goes back up and back down for
I
some
didn't hear
reason.
it.
Why in the blithering funds an embassy so much bigger and base than it now? Obviously, some kind of discrimination going on here at the moment.
Maybe they put more money into it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know what we all just say the same type of money and it works.
Has a bunch of naval. Anyway,
I rolled. Oh God. Okay.
That is pretty good. Like,
Apparently, one of the goddamn dons came for dinner one year.
yeah, Minimum actually come into play there.
What is your mental limit?
Mental.
it might be pretty high considering the charisma.
Well,
There it is. Oh no, it's
Charis-
6. It's 6.
I could
Oh, but-
raise that.
mental limit.
Mental limit is 6, so that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, you only have 6 successes, which is, I mean, a very good success.
I know.
Yeah, I think it's called a critical success or something like that.
Ooh, nice.
But yeah, what exactly would you want to know about this before I go in?
What do I want to know? That's a good question.
Maybe
mean,
see
like-
if it's related to Shen Fei in any way.
What's the Shanpei again?
Shen Fei is the leader of the Japanese branch of the Fey Nostra, the crime syndicate that you have
All
been
right,
dealing with.
or whatever.
So you want to know? Okay. Well, here's a surprising bit about this. First things first. The Fey parts of the Fey Yakuzas don't seem to be directly related to Shen Fei. But it does appear that it is way too big of a coincidence to have nothing to do with it. But if Shen Fei is involved in that Yakuza group, they probably either left or are not that high ranked in it.
All right.
So that more or less means that like if they are in this Yakuza group, they probably don't have the means to order any large-scale attack on you.
So basically, they can only small groups if they can.
Maybe not even that, because there's like this whole huge deal of respect about like asking to your. Hold on, maybe I had the names. Aha. To your Shategashira, which is basically a lieutenant, or Wakagashira, which is a second in command. Well, basically, you need to ask on the upper like levels to do something.
Okay.
And considering
so
that the
they
Yakuza,
can't do much.
yeah, it's
End story. They can't do much. That's all
Yeah.
I need to know.
ironically enough, this may be the place where they can do the least to you. Oh, hold on. I cut off again. Damn. So, I don't know if you heard, like, ironically enough, it's the place where they
Yeah.
can probably do the least to you.
Basically, we shouldn't have too much trouble here.
That's good to hear.
Something else that you would probably want to know is their relation with the Red Sun triads, which has not
Alright.
been, going very well, considering that they're both on the same territory. And they've more or less been at not exactly an all-out war against each other, but it's pretty close. Stuff like stealing shipments and asking for protection money from places that do not fall under their territory.
So we're arriving in the middle of a gang war.
It's not quite a gang war. With the quite a few more sparks, it might become one, but you
So
know,
we're going to be causing a gang war.
considering the fact that like the police officers are a lot more hands-on in Japan, like they really only need to like wear a stun baton and blades to stop criminals, and even then it's more of a question like of dealing with problems by talking. It's like basically the law enforcement tolerates crime as long as like it doesn't make too much waves.
We're going to get in a lot of trouble, aren't we? One of the things I'm concerned about, because I've had a little look, and it appears that between these three fixer locations over here is the Bank of Japan and the Tokyo Stock Exchange. Now, I don't know about you, but I think we should stick across this side of the area.
Alright. As long as we get to our safe house first, because I have some intended business to do on my own.
Okay.
Okay, so you may want to, unless you have anything else you want to check for, you may want to leave to Japan then.
Let's go.
Okay, there we go. This is the trip. You arrive at the location that your fixer described to you in Seattle. And he looks at you. It's like a big empty space near the sea. He looks at you and says, "Well, glad you could make it." And he shows you like one container in the middle of basically nowhere. And like there's a few, like maybe one or two guards with him, but it's more of a question of security more than betrayal. So he points to the container and says, "Well, there's where you will stash your stuff."
Right. And just check, is this like this just going? So are my kids with me at this point?
They might be, yeah. Which, by the way, your kid's son, I can't remember his name. It's probably in the description. Abraham.
Yeah.
Tucks at you before pointing at Saga. And saying, "Who's this man?"
Oh, that's one of Daddy's co-workers. Say hello.
He doesn't even say hello. He just looks at you and says, "Because that only looks like a Shadowrunner to me, Dad."
That is a strange thing to say. Should we get?
I couldn't hear you.
I'm just gonna get the van in and pilots the van to go in the container. Oh God!
Wait, are you stuffing your kids in the van and then in the container?
No. Just I'm getting the van in the container and just right. Okay, they're very nice people. That they do, so don't question them too much. I'm sure that you get along just fine. You look, it's a lovely little trip that one of my new bosses is taking us for. Thought I'd turn it into a more than just a bit. Should I roll lie? I'm gonna roll lie.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you to roll to lie. It's con. It's definitely con.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's 6 dice.
Okay, you can roll your 6 dice. Go ahead. That is 2 successes. I have not statted your kids, so I'm gonna have to look up their resistance. It would be charisma, because I doubt any of them have any ranks in a con.
Oh dear.
I don't know. Are they teenagers?
Yes. 16.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm gonna give him maybe 2 ranks in con. Why not? Okay, so your son doesn't see anything wrong with that. Oh, but your daughter though. Your daughter, it's a tie, and ties go to defenders, even in social encounters. So, she looks at you like she just spotted the biggest lie she has ever spotted. And like, you know that's not true, Dad. And she goes on to say, like, Abraham may be an idiot, but you can't fool me.
I've done nothing wrong. I'm only just playing for you. Don't.
She looks at the van. I mean, oh yeah, you did remove the guns on it.
I've removed the guns and they're hidden inside, and a lot of the stuff is hidden in a compartment. With the small child keeping guard.
Scythe, just a quick question. I'm gonna assume you probably clean your weapons in between runs.
Yes.
Yes, okay, so...
I mean, don't leave
you
blood
don't want
this
to,
round.
yeah, you don't want to leave blood on your weapon.
I mean, are you guys armed?
Yeah, that is a big question. Are you guys armed?
Like,
Where are we right now?
At like a space near the water. Not in Neo Tokyo. You're about to leave for Neo
okay.
Tokyo.
Well, I mean, I've got weapons built into my arms, so yes, I am armed.
Yeah, I mean, transport report we're not going to allow swords, or
No, it's just to know if Minion's daughter will see any of you wearing weapons.
oh,
I only have a knife with me. They won't see it.
Scythe probably has his sword on. Swords are cool.
So,
You can hide a knife
perfect
better.
forms.
And it's no survival knives. And honestly, that has gotten more use out of me than the guns.
Mm.
Well, she looks at you before saying, "Well, I mean, you're my dad. I'll trust you to not do anything bad, you know. But why did you hide that?"
You're a very nice girl. Now let's get ready. We need to go.
But
it's all been perfectly fine.
And like, well, I'll see that for myself, and you can see her just, hey, you're rolling for
Just more lying. Like, no,
more lying. Sure thing.
professional do it. Let a professional liar do it.
Oh god.
Well, yeah, she just rolls her eyes. I mean, it's not like you convinced her, but like she'll leave you. She won't
Alone.
bother you with that. Yeah,
She's a 16-year-old girl. So
it's for
fine.
girl, by the way.
yeah, this one towers over like maybe all of us except for like Saga. Because trolls.
She will, by the way.
Trolls are like tall.
I think, yeah, I don't know. I think it's orcs that like grow, like have puberty way earlier than most.
Well, I think trolls, like an orc, 4D is actually pretty old. I think trolls are a little bit
Yeah,
between.
yeah. Trolls are more or less. They live the same amount, as much as humans, like as long as humans. If I read that correctly.
So,
Okay, well,
yeah.
she is still gonna leave you to go and talk to the rest of the people. Which, by the way, Saga, you see a young troll girl coming right next to you. In fact, I mean, she's probably gonna go like gather you, Chelsea, and Saga and Scythe. Just because it seems like she wants to ask you all something, or tell you something. And she goes on to say, well, you know, I don't really care if you're Shadowrunners as long as you help my dad, you know. But I just wanted to apologize because you'll have to take this trip with, you know, a troll, and she touches her horns a bit. I know people have problem with us.
Okay.
Menial is like entirely out of earshot, by the way.
Yeah.
And like me as usual, not caring. And in fact, that I'm also Asian and an elf, that raises some things.
Okay, well, she sees that none of you cares about that. Unless Saga had something to say about it, but...
The fact that we don't care is the fact that we're so progressed.
Oh well, so yeah, she definitely sees that none of you cares. And she's not sure how to take that. But she will join her brother, next to her dad, once again. You have Mr. Jefferson saying, well, should be here any minutes now. while looking at the horizon. And he says, "Well, actually, you might want to know about this, but this is a bit of an unusual mode of transportation. It's all I could do on such a short notice."
It's gonna be a blip. He's Menial's just rubbing his head. Oh, I hate blips.
Well,
Have you guys?
Yeah,
Just
sorry.
to check.
hello? Oh, goddammit, I can hear you. You're all cut off.
There's room, which I
I'm-
assume there.
Hello? Oh, sorry, I cut off again. Oh,
just
damn.
checking.
My internet is
Southern
dying.
Star-
No.
Hello? Hold on.
I mean,
Can you hear me? Like, at all?
yeah.
Because I keep getting, like, the biggest ping
And
number.
he's gone.
Oh.
Or you're back.
Yeah, it's weird. I have such a shit internet right now. Hold on. I'll see if there's anything I can do to fix that.
Mm-hmm. I
No,
know
your
it's
ping
gonna
is 999.
Yeah, and then there's 83. My daughter's gonna have like image problems by the time she's 20. It's midlife orcs, isn't it? She's a troll.
Yeah, I think trolls are typically in the 50 to, like, I think 50 range.
Oh, don't.
It looks like it's a bit better, so sorry about that. What did you say? I cut off more or less around the time like where you said, "Oh, it's gonna be a blimp, it's gonna be a blimp," and then you said, "Oh, by the way," and you cut off.
We were checking if Saga and Side are going to bring their bikes, if there's room.
Yes, there is definitely room for that.
Okay.
So yeah, as you think about, "Oh, it's gonna be a blimp, it's gonna be a blimp," a big shadow appears on the ground. With sounds of motors at top speed, like working full regime. And as you all look up in the air, it's a blimp. It's a blimp, and
That was honestly a guess.
Any distinguishing features about the blimp? Maybe logo?
yeah, there's a big fucking logo on it. Wuxing.
What?
Wuxing. It's one of the 10 AAA's mega corporations, which is specialized in trade.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to nudge Saga and go, wasn't that Johnson who hired us? And point up to the Wuxing logo, and then come who gave us the job. Saying the word Johnson's not a good idea.
I don't remember Wu-Sing being involved.
There was a bunch of Wuxing data on the Mr. Johnson's computer. So, I mean, he may be involved, he may not be involved, you never know. Oh, yeah, something you probably need to resolve. Scythe.
Mm.
And I guess probably Mignon as well. Do you want to give the disc that you got from Mr. Cleansuit to Saga? Because that may be of interest to him.
I guess if it'll be of interest, does Saga do stuff with personality chips?
It is actually because Mignon's minions remember that this guy that you faced, Mr. Clean Suit, was the same guy that you saw in the video saga killing your Johnson for the Miami job.
Yeah.
So you killed him, or you found his BTL chip?
He was... There's the moment where he's about to explain, and then he kind of remembers I'm the kid. So I'm just gonna. You explain. I'm just gonna, when he said kill, he didn't mean he actually trying to like convince his kids.
We acquired it. Yes.
I just sit in the back and was like, idiots. As I just go back to
So, as you look at it, Saga, it's not exactly a BTL chip. It's more of a very weird model of Persona chip, which I don't know if you have any knowledge check that you could do to know exactly what kind of Persona chip it is.
Fight clubs.
Let me try. Why would it be Fight Club? Just sell it to me.
I don't know. Maybe this guy fought in fight clubs a lot.
I don't think that would help you with like how you could get the BTL, like the chip, to know. Like you wouldn't get what it is exactly, like how to play it from a Fight Club.
I mean, I'm pretty sure with the BTL chip, you just plug it into a data jack.
Yeah, but like I said, this one is a bit weird. It's a lot more bulkier. It basically was on an augmentation in the guy's neck, and it covered the whole neck. Like, it's all of his memories and his personality just jammed into a big bulky disc.
So it's like I think a sim rig would be the correct term.
Well, I can't remember what a sim rig is, but
The sim rig like stores like I guess senses. Like you can use it to like store whatever like you smell or see and stuff.
I guess that would be it, yeah. But it's more of it's a weird, like, it's custom made. It's definitely custom made. Oh yeah,
Well,
that is something. I mean, maybe your hacker friend could look up what it looks like, or maybe you could, of course. Computers
matrix
check.
Perception.
Yeah.
To
know what it
like,
is.
see-
Yes, that's definitely
I don't
possible.
know. Might look for like files on it or something.
Yeah, or to know what exactly is the number, the serial number, or whatever. See if there's anything on it on the matrix. Yes, that would. You could roll a. That is only 3 successes, which is enough to tell you that you have a slight idea on how you could play it. And it's probably gonna involve some very rare model of Bunraku dolls. Which, if you don't know, is pretty messed up.
Yeah.
Bunraku dolls are basically people that have been so heavily modified that like it's basically prostitutes, but you can plug in any personal like persona in it.
Okay, advanced sex toys, got it.
Exactly, but it's used to be real people is the kicker.
It's pretty much people like modified with move by wires or something to control them.
People are into different things, I guess.
I mean, you're not wrong, but
Most of them didn't probably consent on that. Like, it's a very the market is thriving on the illegal side.
I mean, I couldn't just transfer the data through a direct connection.
It doesn't seem that way. So yeah, as the blimp descends, I mean, you see the cargo hold, and people just push your whatever you put in the goddamn it,
Shipping container.
the shipping container. Yes, thank you. Into the cargo hold, and I mean, you can see Mr. Jefferson just slipping a cred stick to someone. And you're probably like, it's probably most of your money that's on that cred stick, like the money you gave to him. And they just tell you to go in.
All right, go then.
Come on, kids, let's find a window seat.
And the Wuxing employee just goes, "I'm afraid you won't have any window seats on this flight, sir. You'll have to make do with what we have."
Meanwhile, just squinting at him.
It's not a commercial flight, sir.
We will find a window.
We don't transport people, usually, is what I'm saying. He seems a bit fishy. So, yeah, do of that what you will, maybe. If you want to roll something, there's always the judge intention roll.
Oh god, no, that's gonna be horrendous for me. Who here can actually tell judge intention?
Scythe only has 5 intuition.
Hold on, where is it written? I think it's somewhere.
It's,
Judge intention is 6
charisma
for you.
plus intuition.
Yeah.
I could always. I'm gonna try.
Like, only one of you can roll it, by the way.
Okay,
Just to
who is
make
the
it-
highest one?
Just to make it extra.
Oh, that would definitely be Cheshire, but I don't think.
What's yours, Jess?
It's a 13. It's a fat 13. It's over there.
Jeez.
Cheshire. If you're looking for it. Cheshire?
Oh, we
Oh,
lost him.
we lost the elf.
No.
Let's see. Yeah, Scythe only has 7 for judge intent.
That's still better than me. Oh, my charisma.
Hold on, let me just ping them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. What?
Really?
Yeah, we were asking if anyone wanted to roll judge intention.
I'll do that. I'm
You
good
have-
at judging people.
You have a 13, yeah. On that.
Sorry.
More than double mine.
Like I said, I'm a good political.
Okay,
that's
that is...
not my best.
Yeah, that is not your best roll. He's gonna roll, by the way, so if you want to do anything with that roll...
This is on the person who's transporting us, so hopefully we're not about to get dumped into the ocean.
Stranded on an island.
Mm.
So, if you ever want to do something with that roll, you do it now, because I'm about to roll for the... to see how well he lies.
Like if you wanted to edge it or something.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the question.
Might as well.
Okay, you just re-roll every... It's 11, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, you roll 11 d6s.
Okay, that's a lot better.
That is, yeah, a lot better.
See through his lies.
Well, he doesn't... His lies don't convince you at all. Cheshire, which Wait, can you hear me? Hello? Hi?
For
Oh god, sorry, my Discord broke. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, so you see through his lies, and the biggest lie of all, like the shining beacon of lies that you can see in his phrase is specifically, we don't move people.
So you do move people.
Well, he's gonna look at you and say, no, Oh, hold on. Oh, damn it. Hold on.
Everything you said was a lie.
Uh, God damn
You
it.
have the balls to lie to me?
I didn't lie. He's still lying.
Like I said, you have the balls, and do you know you have a knife near your neck?
Why you care? I'm the person to. I will be one of the person to transport you to Neo Tokyo. Just let it slide, man. And like
Very well.
you can see that like your Mr. Jefferson just gives you a look of like I paid this for you. Don't screw it up.
I don't care. I don't care about details. Just fly us there and don't kill us in the process.
I didn't plan on doing that. Jeez.
The Needle's dragging his kids away down the corridor. It's like, oh, not more blood.
There's
Just-
like as you go past, there's like a bunch of other workers that are shady looking. What were you gonna say, Chelsea?
Nothing. I'm good.
Okay, there's a bunch of containers, by the way. Not only yours.
Oh, yeah.
And they basically bring you to like a room. It's probably like the lounge.
Mm-hmm.
There's no windows in it, but there is a couch and enough room for you to sleep through the trip, if that is what you want to do.
Oh.
I just put myself in a corner of the room, and I just false. I just go to sleep. Probably go through the spiritual realm. I don't know. Just wake me up when we're there.
Okay, any of you wants to do something during the trip?
I'm gonna like be with the kids for a while. After a little while of like leaving them to probably play, something, they probably got a game, the equivalent these days. I'm just gonna go carefully over to Chess and just like tap 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 on the shoulder.
I'm trying to focus. What?
Do you think you could astrally project into the cargo containers they've got downstairs, the ones that aren't ours?
Whatever. Besides, he says he was a human trafficker, so most likely there are people in there.
Just checking.
So, yeah, might as well see what's in there. I got nothing else to do.
I'll be.
Astral
Sorry.
projection. All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
you astrally project, and I guess go into the containers to see what there is in it. You don't see like, since I think the astral plane doesn't have like, you see auras, but you don't see people exactly. If
Look at orders. Are they living?
Well, there's a bunch of people, and they are all standing up, straight, a bit slumped over, but none of them are moving. It's like they're at rest. It's a bit weird.
Most.
There is also the case of there being Well, they have a bunch of essence holes all over them, which essence holes is basically like place where there used to be cyberware.
Is it those a bunch that they ship that we were talking about earlier?
The dolls.
Yes.
I mean,
Because they were used to be people, so of course there would be some essence left to them.
I mean, as far as you're concerned, in the astral plane, you can't exactly tell if that's the case.
I can't tell if that is because I can barely tell there's not enough people or not. You know what I mean?
Well, that's unfortunate, but now we do know that there's something in there.
The guy lying about he doesn't move people.
Yes. I think I'll pass it on to Scythe and
I
Scythe.
say we let him slide for now.
I'll pass it on to them anyway. But
Besides, our broker hired him anyways.
True. We
Do something with him.
Yeah, accidentally pirate the ship. Could do with the blimp.
Where do you think we will stuff a plane? And a bunch of those weird dolls. Like, I mean, we can't just sell them.
No, I wouldn't feel right doing though. I mean, the alternative's probably just shooting them.
That's not good either.
What was that, Troy?
We could just sell the blimp.
I think we're in a bit of a spot at the moment.
Without any contacts, I don't think.
Yeah, I can't exactly touch down. Especially with my kids watching.
Yeah, don't worry, kids. I'm not a bad person. Just fucking takes over a blimp while they're there. So is that the end of it? Do you want to leave it as is? Okay.
Yeah. Let's get landing.
Just keep an eye on the friendly captain.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna probably assume you all sleep the rest of the trip or do something else.
How long is the trip?
I can't remember the usual time. I think it's around 8 hours to go to Japan from the US, especially if you're in the blimp.
Especially from the location we are.
Nah, sleeping is for chumps.
Okay, so do know that there's still the... Hold on. There is still the time zone difference, which I can't believe I didn't look up more precisely. But there will be a time zone difference once you arrive over there. Hold on. Skip. Okay, as you arrive, the blimp just slowly descends. And the door opens. You are all probably eagerly awaiting for it to open, because this was not a comfortable flight. Thank you, Fohammer.
Thank you.
I don't think this blimp was going at 500 miles per hour.
Yeah,
you know?
well, it's Shadowrun,
Could
whatever.
have been a really fast blimp.
Yeah, it had rockets strapped to it.
With the rigger, I could see it getting close to that speed with a good rigger. It's exponential, and the control rigger adds its rating to your speed. So even a really good control rig on a really bad motorcycle will increase its speed.
And let's not talk about having an air spirit that just casts something to push the vehicle even faster.
That is also a possibility.
Because I do remember a story about people basically causing a nuclear explosion by having a very good rigger on a good motorbike being pushed by an air spirit. So yeah, as the door opens, you can see that God, it's Oh, by the way, you're probably gonna land somewhere near the docks, actually, which is around here-ish. Yeah, it's a feast for the eyes. There's like a different kind of structures compared to the usual gloomy Seattle. Like most of it is made to look like ancient Japan kind of like era look. So you have like red tiles on the roofs. You have that is not something that comes from ancient Japan, by the way, but you do have a bunch of AR, what I can only describe as noise, because God, so many augmented reality display going on. It is, and that is not to even talk about the meat space displays illuminating the sky. It is just different. What is a bit different as well is that you can see a bunch of people like immediately go into the blimp and get every but your container. Those people are definitely wearing red.
Okay.
And that is they. I mean, they look Asian, but they don't look Japanese. If that helps.
Are they China?
That would be a good guess. They're from Asia, probably, but just not Japan.
Or should I say, or the rare type Vietnamese?
I mean, like,
No way.
it's probably, I don't know if you want to do a knowledge check for either Underworld or Perception.
Perception, because I have both good on those, honestly. But maybe Underworld, since they're clearly some part of a gang.
They're probably with the Red Suns, considering the outfit.
Yeah, that's pretty good guess.
I mean,
But,
yeah,
hey,
I don't even think you would need to do a check.
Yeah,
Because the pieces
possibly
are
with the
pretty
Red
well.
Sun.
Yeah.
they're rare with the Red Suns, so let's just not bother with them. They're not bothering with us. Let's just get to our place.
Yeah, they are, by the way, taking the container that you saw into. And that is the container that they treat with care the most, actually.
And those are very expensive.
Yeah, they might be. You didn't get a good look on them, but
From guesses, I'm sure they're expensive, you know?
yeah, by the way they treat the package and all of that, that is a very pretty normal guess to take. They are just getting them on trucks and driving away. And this whole ordeal just took maybe 5 minutes. It's very efficient. So yeah, they do help you deliver like your cargo container, but then they seem pretty pissed. The Wuxen crew member of the airship. They don't seem pleased with you at all. Might be because you accused them of lying. Might be, just might be.
Japanese, like, business is business. We won't speak. We won't speak.
Hello? Oh damn it! I keep cutting off. Jesus.
Did you hear what I said?
Oh god damn it! I did hear that you said business is business.
I said in Japanese, business is business, and our business, our business. Your business is your business. We'll leave each other.
Okay. Well, hold on. I was gonna say, nah. It's good. You don't need to roll anything for that. They just look at you like, clearly the wrong has not been undone, but they are not as pissed as they were before. They do look at the rest of you, though, the rest of the team, and say, filthy gaijin. In Japanese, of course. You're the only one to understand what I just said.
I think we all know what guide.
Yes, you do probably know what gaijin is, considering. So, from the point of view of everyone but Cheshire, and maybe Saga, who has a bit of a grasp on the Japanese language, it just sounded like something gaijin.
He's basically calling everyone an idiot. And a foreigner.
Yes.
And I'm gonna go over to our thing and just. I think should we open it up here, because I mean we're gonna have to transport this all ourselves, aren't we?
Hey, at least we got a car.
Yeah, they do look like they're impatient to get the cargo container back.
So
yeah, pile it all into the van and
just go.
ignore the guns.
They're inside the van, unless someone just goes in. By the way, do you have tainted glasses on your van? I don't know if that is an option that you can have. Ranged weapon. Matrix device. Sorry. Vehicles. Bulldog step van. Hold on. I'm trying to look at something that might be. I'm pretty sure that would fall under the morphing license plate, just for simplicity's sake.
Okie doke.
Yeah.
So
I'm kind of surprised they don't have like bulletproof glasses.
oh god damn it.
Like Shadowrun vehicle.
Hold on, I'm lagging to hell and back. Thank god it's I mean not almost over, but we're nearing the end of the session, more or less.
Okay.
But yeah, you do arrive at the safe house, surprisingly without much problem. Like, no?
The subway.
Sorry, I
So
couldn't
did-
hear you. You arrive at the safe house without much problem, yeah?
Yep.
And what's the safe house like?
Well, there is no place, like, the only place for your vehicle is above ground, but as you go down after leaving it, into the subway station, which you can neatly unlock since there's like a gate on it, you can see that like it's hello. It's a repurposed subway train with a bunch of neat stuff in it. I mean, like there's rooms. It seems pretty well, pretty well kept. It is pretty well kept. You don't like. Probably someone has been here recently. Like it feels lived in.
Alright, that's quite nice. It's look, it's like our own personal, unique hotel room. You can tell gone and stayed in your very own underground subway car that's been dolled up. By the way, are there multiple bedrooms or?
There is enough bedrooms to house
How many
everyone.
subway have well,
Hold on. Did you ask how many subway wagons were in the safe house?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the front of the subway has been repurposed as as a living room. I keep cutting off. Jesus.
Is it repurposed as a living room?
Yeah, it has been repurposed as a living room. The next few train cars are bedrooms, which there is plenty of. And in between the bedroom cars and the front, there is something that more or less can be used as a kitchen.
All
All right.
Yeah, it's like a unique.
So yeah, your spirit is just going bonkers, Cheshire.
He's telling me to go home.
Yeah, he just wants you to go back to your home.
I'll tell the others, I'm going out. Don't follow me.
Oh damn.
Don't.
Okay.
I'm guessing that none of you really know how to cook, so I'm going to start making some meals.
Or else you'll get a napalm in the face.
I'm just picturing like Cheshire talking to a bunch of already convinced people to not follow her. With like Menial just saying, hey, who wants to cook some meat? And her going, I'll napalm you if you do.
Oh dear.
I just leave and shut the door. And let's just say I take a very long walk.
Okay, as you arrive to your, as like what is clearly your old house.
No, there would be nothing there.
Yeah,
Shrine.
what is clearly where you were supposed, like, where your old home was supposed to be. Hold on. Which is, conveniently enough, hold on. It's somewhere around here, right next to a new cemetery that you never saw before. And oh god, something. Your spirit is just pulling you. Is the only way to describe it.
Calm the fuck down.
Like, I mean,
you're embarrassing yourself.
It's not exactly like pulling you, but it's more like very strongly making you trying to make you go to somewhere. Yeah.
It's like calm down. I don't want to be here, you know.
And as you go into the cemetery, you stop in front of a grave. The name which doesn't ring any bell, but there's a bunch of weird, like, stones put in a weird arrangement, and it spells. Hold on, let me pull up my notes. It spells. I am. I am happy with the work you did. Which is clearly a message from your mentor spirit. And it seems like there's something under one of those stones.
Which one?
One of the, like, in the first letter. Probably the first stone that has been moved by your spirit.
So I?
Yeah.
Oh, I pick up the stone and see what's under it.
There's a small amulet. You know those wooden amulets?
Mm-hmm.
And it just radiates a very powerful magic. And it's just begging you to pull it around your neck.
I don't know about this, but I'll do it anyways. I mean, what possibly could go wrong? Besides everything.
As you put it on, you can just feel yourself becoming imbued with more magical power.
Man.
what you're pretty sure this is a pretty high-end power foci.
A yokai?
Foci. It's like a focus for your
Oh.
magic.
Neato.
It's at least a level 4, which is pretty neat. Basically, what it does is that it allows you to add 4 dices to your spellcasting,
Holy shit.
as long as you activate it. But as it is active, like your aura becomes way more pronounced. And
So the risk and reward thing.
yeah, basically, like, you don't intend to be stealthy with this thing activated, but if you are in the middle of a combat, that is pretty useful to have.
Right. Alright, but now I question it. Why is it here where my house is? And I mean, I understand why it's a cemetery.
You're pretty sure your house has been replaced by this
cemetery.
This cemetery. At least, like, your house and many others.
Right.
But your spirit is, like, the message is really that your spirit has been happy with your work recently.
Thanks. I mean, if
because-
that's all you want me to come down here for.
I mean,
Besides-
it still wants you to find your mother, but that's another story.
Mhm.
It does, like, the reason it's happy with you, it's because it's a Dragon Slayer spirit.
Right.
And Dragon Slayer spirits enjoy seeing people undertake, like, pretty impressive feats. And going against a whole crime syndicate, more or less, is a pretty impressive feat considering how long you lasted.
I almost died at one time, and I still want to kill the motherfucker. But yeah, I guess I'll just go back home, back to the safe house. I feel like I'm done here,
Yeah.
unless something comes into my way, which I mean I doubt. We're almost done here, aren't we?
I mean, I wanted just to, like, see if you guys wanted to look up around Tokyo, like, where you would start to look for a fixer, maybe. And I
mean,
think after
like,
that
the-
will be it'll be the
I
end.
mean, like I can have. I mean, ain't there a fixer supposedly right here?
There's supposed to be, like, a hangout, probably. And as you go past it, you can definitely see that it's a karaoke.
Ugh, I'm not those kind of people.
Oh boy, if you don't like karaokes, well, you're not gonna enjoy your time in Neo Tokyo. There's a lot of those.
Alright, well, I should still try to find a fix.
Well, I mean, the rest of the team could probably go along with you.
Yeah.
No, we might do better if we split up into teams of 2. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, well, just tell me how you want to split up. Which, by the way, I'll give you, like, a bunch of advice. Those are probably bars or restaurants, and those 3 are definitely karaokes.
Because me and Neil can't really leave his kids behind, like, immediately. He's like, right, I fancy going to karaoke. Hello.
You can see your son just staring you straight into your eyes and saying, "But I don't know Japanese."
Oh, they'll have English songs, I'm sure.
English songs.
Yeah. It's a good time to learn.
Okay, anyone coming
Oh.
with Mr. Dad?
Transportation. Scythe brought his motorcycle, so he doesn't necessarily need transportation.
Chess.
Alright, I guess we had to go in as a group, even though that will look awkward. I'm basically the only one who can speak this language.
Oh, I think that some people can know a few words, but
I can speak it at least fluently enough.
that's true.
Okay, and I guess there's still Saga and Scythe. Are you two going to another place to find a fixer?
Nah, I better go and make sure Cheshire doesn't try to knife somebody or something.
Okay, so you
Hey,
want...
I'm just very aggressive. And besides, only people with balls have the balls to lie to me.
Please don't give my daughter bad habits.
Then she shouldn't be here.
So, what about you, Scythe?
Well, I guess if we're yeah, I guess he'll go ahead
And go with them? Is that what you meant? Okay.
yeah, yes, since we're all
Okay.
sticking together.
Okay. So, it's karaoke time. As you arrive at the front door, well, it saddens me to say that, but the owner, which really, really isn't a robot, looks at your daughter, Menial,
Mm-hmm.
and just looks at you and tries to speak in a very broken English by saying, we don't do that here? No, don't want that here. No.
Jesse, can you handle this for me? Jess,
Yeah,
could you handle this for me?
I just tell in Japanese, back off. She won't cause any trouble. I said. And can I use one of my abilities to convince?
Yeah, I guess it would be
Negotiate.
probably negotiation, yeah.
Negotiation, I rolled 10, right?
Yeah, you roll 10. With the added bonus of 1 dice. Oh. Because you do have first impression. I always forget that.
Yeah.
So
Oops,
it's like
let
1,
me
2,
try that
3, 4. Yeah, no, it's 4 successes. That's 4 successes in total.
Well, also that 5 right there.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was with that.
That's I counted it with it.
Okay, cool.
In total, it's 5 successes. Which,
Nice.
well, he does look at her and then speaks to you in Japanese. Well, only if you pay the price. Double for her.
Just sigh.
What did you say? I didn't hear it.
I say and say
God, I still cut off. You.
so much.
Oh,
This is
well, the usual night is 100 millions. For her, it's double.
I give him a crit stick of 100 yuan.
Okay, that's like the price for one person, though.
How many? Wait, how many are there? Is he talking about? We're just paying for the one, right?
I mean,
We're
he's
paying
asking
for a
you.
room.
He's asking for you to pay like for the girl to pay double the usual price.
So that would
So I
be-
give him like 300 or something.
That's like, I mean, that would cover for you and the girl if you wanted. It's just that the others would still have to pay 100 millions.
I'll pay 200 for my kid, and I'll pay the 200 for her if you want.
All right, that's fine.
So I'll spend 400 for the lot of us, but for the me and my kids.
Okay. So
I
that
thought we were
was,
staying in the safe house, but I guess we can't enter karaoke without him paying a mission.
Okay, well, as you give the credits, is there anything you want maybe to try and do before requesting a room?
Why are we getting a karaoke room?
Yeah.
To find a fixer.
Well, you could roll
Can
underground.
I roll a negotiation and say, also, do you happen to know anybody looking for, I don't know, maybe a job of some sort?
Well, you could either roll Underworld to see if there's a secret passphrase for that kind of stuff, or you could roll Negotiation with
I'm gonna roll
maybe
Underworld.
it'll cost you if you roll Negotiation. Yeah, okay. Underworld, sure.
Underworld seems more safer.
Oh.
Ouch.
That's like 1, 2, 3 successes. Do you want to re-roll that? To edge that? Sorry.
Sure. I don't think we're fighting, so it's fine. And I had 3 successes, right?
Yeah, so you
Yep.
just re-roll everything that's not a success.
That's 8. Got it.
Yeah,
That's better.
That is a
Nice.
lot better. That also means I think you only have 1 edge left. Hold on.
Yeah.
You only had 1 failure for that roll.
Damn,
Damn.
that is hold on, edge. Yeah, you only have 1 edge left. You
That's
do
fine.
know that like this kind of stuff, usually when you ask for a room in the name of Mr. Johnson, which I don't know what the equivalent in Japanese would be for Mr. Johnson. You
Hold
could
on.
ask a room for Omae. That is usually what they ask for. If they want to get like some underworld things going on.
All right. And then I say in Japanese, we like to a room with Mr. Johnson.
Okay. Well, you should have said that sooner. And hold on. God damn it! I keep lagging to hell.
Don't worry, it's
Uh,
also
Yeah,
Stop.
we're at the end of the session as well. God damn it.
and it's timed out.
Damn it. Well, I don't think you will roll anything. So as long as you're in voice chat, it should be.
It's fine.
Okay.
All right, let's just get going.
So they point you to a room, which Foe.
Mm-hmm.
You suddenly get a call from your sister on your comlink.
I pick up. Hello.
Yeah, as you pick it up, the rest of the team it seems pretty urgent. So, you should probably tell the rest of the
step
team.
out.
Yeah.
For a second.
Okay. Well, it's your sister. I actually have a bit of a problem. You know how I said we were even?
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, kind of not, because I kind of got attacked when you housed me. So I feel like you still owe me something, brother.
Well, we're family. It's really not about owing, but what do you need?
I mean, it is about owing in my line of work.
Okay.
Well, hold on. I was just waiting for my connection to go down again. Hello?
Yeah.
Sorry. She tells you that a deal of her is falling through because of someone in London that is just basically making it go very slow, doing everything they can to just not make it go through.
Someone in London?
No, Hong Kong. Sorry.
Ah.
It's right next to where you are, isn't it?
We're in
mean,
Japan. I don't think they're next to each other.
closer than I was.
It's the door next. It's next door. It's next door. You know,
Sure.
Like, you know,
Relatively
two countries
speaking.
away.
it's for family. She says.
Now it's about
Hey, you know, you don't get into this line of work if you don't have a silver tongue. Hello? Oh, god damn it. Ah. Damn it. Well, the session was ending anyway. So, as you take this call, the rest of you goes into the karaoke room where someone is waiting for you.
Where?
In the karaoke room, like they're just waiting on the one of the couch. The person that led you there just says, "Well, I'll leave you in good company," as you look to see a very traditionally dressed woman. And she's judges you from like afar, looking at you. She sees that you have kids, mignon, and tells you that it's like just a sign of the hand that like it's probably a bit better if they were outside for that.
Come on,
Yeah,
kids, let's
best
go something
not
to
if
drink.
they follow us.
I'll take the kids out to go grab like some food and something to drink from like one of the things outside.
So you still are you still like do you still want to get in the room, or do you let Chelsea and Saga handle it?
I'll let Chelsea and Saga do it, but I will stay on comlink with them if that's okay.
Okay, yeah, that is okay. She looks at you and says, "Well,